So I want to share with you what this business has done for us, and also what this business has done to us. If you're a guest, I would like to ask you to pay attention what the business is about. Think about your own life and think about the decision you're going to make. My wife and I, Betty, my wife is now for over 27 years, I think. We started the business in 1996 for a very simple reason. We wanted to make extra money. We wanted to make extra money because when I was employed as a civil engineer, my salary was not keeping up with the needs of my family as my family was growing. You know, when children come along and they start growing, when we came to South Africa, we had 3 children, and God blessed us with another child. We have 4 sons now, and a daughter-in-law. So my salary was not increasing at the same pace that the needs of the family increased. And that forced us to begin thinking, how can we make extra money? How can we generate additional income so that we can support, give our family a better life? So we decided we needed to look for, Betty wanted to get a job, but her challenge was, one of our children has got sickle cell anemia, and you know the illness requires the full attention of at least one parent who would stay at home and look after the child. So she was caught between looking for a job and being able to care for our son. And by God's grace, we came across this business. It took us 2 days to decide, and that's how we got involved in the business. Initially, our goal was to make an extra $200 a month. But after 7 months doing the business part-time, our income reached $1,000 a month, and we decided we're going to make this business my full-time career. So what happened? Betty and I put a lot of effort in the business. We decided 6,000 to 7,000 kilometers every month, visiting various places, Swaziland, Botswana, traveling within South Africa, building our business. Initially, we built it in Southern Africa. And when the company was going to open the business in Kenya, we took the business to Kenya, and we built a sizable business. So if you're a guest, there must be a reason why you have come to look at this business. And what is this business? Before we describe what this business is about, I want to share with you a few things that we do, or the few things that people use to generate income, the different ways that people use to generate income in life. I think there are essentially 4 ways that people use to build or generate income. The first is called a job. A job is when you work for somebody, and at the end of 30 days, they pay you a salary. The challenge with a job is that it is limited in terms of what your employer can pay you, because most employers just pay you enough so that you don't quit, and most people work just enough they are not fired. A job is good because it helps you pay your bills. But the challenge is there's a lot of insecurity in the workplace. I do not believe that at the moment around the world, you can have something called a secure job. Because of changing technology, because of the things that are changing around the world, it is very unsafe to rely on a job only. The second way that people use to generate income is called self-employment. Self-employment is when you get some savings, or you borrow money, you mortgage your house, you get your life savings, and you start a business to provide a product or a service to the public. And when you do this, you start generating income. The challenge with self-employment is that although the harder you work, the more income you generate, the business tends to depend on you as an individual. That means that if you're not there physically, your business does not. The business depends on your physical presence. A very simple test or a very simple thing you can do to check whether you own the business or not, go away from it for 30 days. If the business stops, it means that these are companies or people who invest huge capital. They employ lots of people to build their businesses. And with a lot of employees, you also have a lot of labor problems. An example is the ShopRite Checkers retail stores. The last time I checked, there are 1,943 stores around the African continent, including Mauritius. And they employ over 147,000 people. Now, this is not available to the ordinary man in the street, the ordinary man or woman in the street. The fourth way that people use to generate income is investment. Investment is when you have money which is over extra money which is over and above what you need for your daily living, and you invest it in a vehicle or a business that gives you a return on your investment. Two things are needed. You need knowledge and skill in investment to be able to generate more money than what you invest. For most people, they don't have the necessary skill and knowledge in investment, so they get somebody who is an investor or an advisor to advise them on which instrument or businesses to invest in to generate income. Now, there are other ways that, for example, professional athletes, musicians, authors, writers, people who are extraordinarily skilled to generate income because of their talent. But the question is, of all these four methods, which is the most ideal? Is there a criteria that you can use to determine that this is an ideal business for building wealth? I think it needs to have the following 7 criteria. The first is you need very low capital to start. Our business, you need about between 60 and 100 US dollars to start a global business, because the way the business is structured, you need very little money to start a business. The second criteria is you need to get involved in distribution. Why? Because distribution is what brings products and services to the public. Distribution is one of the key things that most wealthy people get involved in. You see, if you design a product or a service and you cannot distribute it to the public, it doesn't matter how good it is, you will not become wealthy. So wealth is created through distribution. The third criteria for building wealth is you need to have a global reach. Why is this important as a criteria? Because the more people you distribute your product or your service to, the more income you generate. Our company does business in over 50 countries around the world. In Africa, we are in 14 countries, which covers a population base of about 450 million people. So we still have a lot of people to serve in this African continent. The fourth element is called leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is a way of multiplying your time, your effort, and the way you conduct your business so that you increase the amount of people you reach. What is an example of a leverage? An example of a leverage are the banks. And the reason why the banks open branches is so that they can leverage their services. The reason why retail stores open branches or different stores is so that they can leverage their services. Leverage simply means you learn a way to multiply what you're doing through the cooperation with other people. The fifth element is you need to get involved in consumable products, because consumable products always give you repeat sale. But two other things are important to have a good consumable product. They need to be unique and they need to be very high quality. For example, the products that our company makes or manufactures, you won't find them in the shops or retail stores. You can only get them from a registered distributor, and that makes it very, very unique. The sixth element is you need a business system. A business system is a tools, procedures, or way or equipment that you put in place to be able to run your business so that you as the owner of the business doesn't have to be present when your business is being conducted. A business system is very important because it replaces the owner of the business. It makes the business predictable in terms of its growth. And the last element is timing. Timing is very critical because if you start your business at the wrong time, your business doesn't take traction. So what is this business that we are talking about? This business is called network marketing. Network marketing is a very efficient and simple way of distributing goods and services to the public. How does it work? What are the advantages of network marketing? The following. Number one, we cut out the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer. For example, in our business, we don't have retailers, we don't have wholesalers. We have distributors who take the product from the company Neolife to the public. Now, the money the company would have spent in advertising or paying retailers and wholesalers is what is paid to independent promoters, distributors like myself. So we don't have wholesalers or retailers. The products are explained to customers so that the customers are they're given enough information to make educated decisions. We are paid for referring customers successfully to buy the products from the company. The products are researched and developed on your behalf. That simply means that the headache of researching the products, developing the products, manufacturing, packaging, having the products tested, having the product registered in different markets, all that has been done on your behalf by the company. So although you're in business for yourself, you're not by yourself. It's a corporation. You have cooperation with a company which has got more than 60 years experience operating in over 50 countries. Neolife has already built infrastructure in all these countries. The only thing you need to do is to build a network of people who use the products. Are there qualifications? No formal qualifications, except three things that we need for you to be able to be successful in our business. Number one, you need to have a desire for success. This you can only do it yourself. Nobody can do it for you. Number two is you need to be teachable, and number three, you need to work hard. If you have these three things going for you, your business will grow. Now, Neolife started as a dream of one young man, Jerry Brasfield, in 1958. When he was a teenager, he had very, very serious asthma, and his mother gave him natural remedies. And when he recovered his health, he decided maybe I should share this idea with the rest of the world. And that's how Neolife was created, 1958. But what has kept Neolife going for all these many years? Neolife has been in existence for all these many years because we believe in 5 core corporate principles, which we believe are the bedrock of the success of our business. Number one, we believe in absolute honesty and integrity. We believe that we need to tell the truth about what the business can do, what the business cannot do, what the products can do, or the products cannot do. The second element is people are number one. The most important resource and putting together the best scientific minds in the world to develop, manufacture the best quality of products of their kind. Neolife has created the scientific advisory board whose job is just to do research and development of the products. The fourth element is equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody starts this business at exactly the same level. Whether you're a man or a woman, whatever continent you are, as long as Neolife is doing business, has open to do business in that country, everybody starts at the same level. Man, woman, 18 or 81, whether you are a CEO, a mechanic, a housewife, a carpenter, whatever background you come from, the company does not mind as long as you have what it takes to become successful. You need to have a dream. You need to have a desire for success. You need to live by these 5 principles. If you do that, your business will be successful. And the last one is long-range vision. Why is long-range vision important? Because this is a long-range business. If you want to succeed in the long term, you need to have a very long-term view of the business. This business starts very slowly. I remember our first check in the business was $3. And I was very excited by this because it showed me that what we were told at the meeting was actually correct. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA, came to South Africa in 1971, went to East Africa in 1996-97, that's Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. West Africa, it started in 1999. And if you're a guest, this business has come to your doorstep today. Now, what makes people start this business? People start this business for so many different reasons. Some start the business because they want to make a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to build dream homes, to have good homes. Some start the business because they want to buy good cars. Some start the business because they want to have holiday homes or have holidays. Some start the business because they want to make extra money. And that extra money can become a lot of money. Some start the business because they want to be physically fit or become healthier. So if you're going to partner with this company, you're going to partner with a company which has got more than 60 years experience in the industry, operates in over 50 countries around the world, and supported by the Scientific Advisory Board. This is a group of scientists in different fields of nutrition, biochemistry, the herbs, manufacturing, different areas of science to do with human nutrition and health. And then you have 4 ranges of products. What are these ranges of products? The first one is called the Golden Home Care range. The Golden Home Care range are products that you need to use to clean your bathroom, your kitchen, your toilet, your tiles, anything in your home that needs cleaning, we've got the products for you. The next one is the personal care range of products. These are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion, things that you need to make your body clean. The third range is the skincare range of products. The biggest organ in your body is your skin. So paying attention to it, actually paying attention to a substantial part of your life. And the various needs your skin has. One is to cleanse and detoxify the skin because you have a lot of dust, you have a lot of unclean air, you have a lot of toxins in whatever you do. So you need something to cleanse and detoxify your skin. You need something to balance and invigorate your skin so that your skin is not too dry, your skin is not too oily. You need something to activate and nourish your skin. And you need something to protect your skin. So we've got fantastic skincare products. And the last range is the nutritional range. Nutritional range are products that you take to make your health better. A lot of the illnesses that people have or lifestyle illnesses are preventable. Why? Because most of them are caused by poor eating habits, poor behavioral habits. People don't take care of your health properly. There's no exercise. They take food, a lot of junk food, and all these things are preventable. How does this business work? This business works when you do 3 simple things every single day. They're called daily success habits. Number 1, you need to use the products yourself. Why is that important? That is important because if you're going to recommend these products to people, people also want to know that you believe in what you're recommending. Secondly, you change your buying habits and you start supporting your own business. Because remember, when you start the business, you are a business owner. You're only partnering with a company that does the company does the heavy lifting for you. Okay? So the first thing is you use the product. Now, because Neolife operates in over 50 countries around the world, the company standardized the business measurement using the point value system, PV system. 100 PV is roughly $160 in value. The second thing we do in our business is we share the business opportunity. That simply means we introduce other people to become promoters or users of the products. In this example, we have 6 people you've introduced. These 6 people, what do? They also use products like yourself. Plus yourself is 700. You build a 700 PV unit and your income is about $45 a month. The next thing you do is that you teach the people you brought into the business to do what you are doing, okay? Now, why is that important? This is important because these people will also copy what you do. If you use a product, they are also going to use the products. And the idea is to help to recommend as many people as possible to be using the products that you are using. And as a way of the company saying thank you to you, they pay you a portion of what your team generates. In this example, the person on the top right corner has generated 700 PV, plus the other 6 gives you 1,300 PV. Then your business generates $90 a month. You become a senior manager. The next thing you do is you teach everybody you've been brought into the business. In this example, the 6 people you've introduced to be business builders like yourself generate 700 PV plus yourself. You have generated 4,300 PV with your group. At the end of the month, the company pays you a percentage of the business generated, and your income is about $580 to $700 a month. The third thing we do, the other thing we do is not everybody is going to be involved in your business as builders or promoters of the products. These people become your customers, and from your customers, you make a net profit of 20%, okay? The third thing we do in our business is called personal development. Personal development simply means you take time to learn through your sponsor and the support system we have, training, support, and personal development. That simply means that you take time to learn about the product and about the business. You take time to learn how to become a leader. You take time to learn how to develop and lead a team, and your business grows larger. That's why as you grow in the business, the goal is to help the people you brought into the business also reach director level. If you help one person become a director and you become a sapphire, your income is about $1,000 plus. If you help 3 people become directors, your income is about $2,000 a month. If you help 6 people become directors, your income goes way beyond $5,000 a month. So your growth in the business depends on how many people you help become successful. So at this juncture, I would like to invite a very, very successful distributor in this business. She's been in the business for a long time. She is from Uganda, but has been living in South Africa for this many years. Dr. Eseza Nambassi, one of the top leaders in this business on the African continent. Her story is always very fascinating to me. In fact, somebody sent me a video of some of the sessions she has done. I will not steal the thunder from what she's going to say. Dr. Nambassi, Daktari Karibu.
Asante sana. Oh gosh, you really caused my head to swell. I didn't realize I was one of the top leaders.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Eseza Nambassi. I am right now in the dark, so I'm using a light over here because we are load shedding. That is a phenomenon that we are getting used to. And I'm sure the electricity will come back just as this presentation ends. Well, yes, I am trained as a medical doctor, but before I became a doctor, I was the daughter of very loving parents and a sister of 2 brothers and 1 sister. And we were raised in Uganda. And then during those years of hardship, we had to leave and lived in Kenya. I was educated partly in Kenya. I did my O-levels and A-level years in Kenya, and then went through medical school. And I put it that way, that I went through medical school to get an education of exactly how I wanted not to practice medicine. So I spent a lot of time looking and searching. And, you know, at some point I wasn't sure what I was looking for, but I knew that I wanted to be able to prevent diseases, not to wait for people to arrive and then I try and medicate them. So I applied those principles to myself, and I was searching, I was trying my level best to do all the good things like eating correctly, doing exercise, making sure that I maintained a healthy body weight, despite the fact that it wasn't always easy. There was a time that I put on a lot of weight. Anyway, so at some point we left Uganda and arrived. When I say we, at that stage, I had met the gentleman I'm married to. His name is Dr. Edward Nambassi. And we decided to leave Uganda and first settled in Zambia. And in fact, today is Zambia's Independence Day, for those of you who might know. And that's the day that my first child was born in Zambia on their Independence Day, or at that time, our Independence Day, since we lived there. And after that, we came down, further down south and settled in the Transkei. And I was still searching. And so I started by searching for good cleaning products, which I never found, until one day somebody called me up because they had picked up my name at a meeting and wondered whether I was open to looking at an opportunity to make an extra income. Now, it was so tempting to say, no, thank you. I'm a doctor. I am busy. I've got small children. At that stage, I had two children. And oh no, I could have made a million excuses, but you know, I'm a very inquisitive person and always looking to better my best because I believe that the biggest room on the planet is the room for improvement. So yeah, eventually we went to have a look at the presentation and we were invited as a couple, which was the way it should be. So for married people, I think it's good to look at it together. But if it isn't possible, well, one of you can make the decision and tell the other one. But anyway, so I liked what I saw immediately. And what did I see that really grabbed my attention? It was the cleaning products, because that's what I had been searching for. So I didn't even hesitate at all. I signed up, and the first thing I did was to discard everything I had ever bought from the stores. Yeah, that was a crazy move, but it was a move that I think stood me in very good stead because I could then experience these products without having any other products in the house. And I just fell in love with the cleaning products and obviously the nutritionals. So our life before was like this. My husband, Eddie, and I would rush around and go to work, drop off children to school as we are going to work, then work all day. And you can imagine the work of a doctor, ward rounds and some calls even where we would have to sleep in the hospital, come back dog tired. And it wasn't a life really. It was full of stress. But when we found this opportunity and started on both the cleaning products, the skincare, and then of course the nutritional products, our lives changed. Our lives changed incredibly. We became more energetic. I think there is something in TriNN for the visitors and the guests, anybody who's new here. If you haven't experienced the change in your health because of at least that one product called TriNN, please try it out. But anyway, in those years, we used to get what we called Formula 4 Plus, which is TriNN and Multi, the combination. Our energy levels came up, but this is something that you will experience. Even your hormones come up and you become more motivated and you become more encouraged and you become more encouraging to other people. So that's what happened to us. And the first thing I decided to do was to say, I want to take this opportunity to East Africa. I want to take it to Uganda, and specifically so that I could leave a legacy. That was really something on my heart for a long time. So I had to target a few people. Obviously, the business wasn't in Uganda yet, and tugged at the coats first of the president of the organization of Neolife in Southern Africa, and then our international president's team member, until eventually we managed to get him to arrive in Uganda. And you know, the rest, as they say, is history. It was quite astounding to him, and he came with other people as well. And the enthusiasm and the eagerness to grasp this opportunity was so heartwarming to me. It was totally mind-blowing to other people that came from South Africa. But it got started, and that was in the year 1996. Thanks to a lot of effort and a lot of collaboration and cooperation by so many people, too numerous to mention. But that started me on the path that I had dreamt of as a little girl. And what is that? To ensure that as many people as possible know the basics of health. You know, having gone through medical school, and as I've described it, it wasn't what I had envisaged as a small girl. I got there and got a rude shock. So this was an opportunity to get back to my dream. And as soon as we got started, or just as we were getting ready to get started in the business, that was the question that was asked of us. What is your dream? What is your dream? And I realized then, and I now am so clear in my mind what my dream is. It's to help people to stop thinking about sickness. In fact, what I say is to help people to shift their focus from sickness to health and wellness. Now, medical school just focuses us on sickness. You know, you have to be very sharp at making a diagnosis and identifying things. But in this opportunity, I suddenly saw that, hey, everybody can know these things. It is for everybody. One doesn't need to be a doctor. In fact, I usually joke and say, it helps if you're not a doctor to do this business successfully. So we started working with the people in Uganda, and I would go and come back. I would go to Kenya as well and come back. I've been through to Tanzania. In fact, I was so gratified when somebody that I met at the World Team Conference that we had this year remembered my visit to Dar es Salaam and would come back to South Africa. And on it carried, and it has carried, and it will continue to carry on. But now, how do I see the future? Well, we are enjoying the perks of being on the world team. Things like travel. You know, I love to travel. I love to travel. And I didn't see myself traveling as a doctor. But with this opportunity, one gets to travel. And so we've been to places like London, we've been to places like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, we've been to places like Cape Town. Well, Cape Town is down the road for me. In fact, my loved ones live in Cape Town. I've got 3 children. I've got a son-in-law and I've got 2 granddaughters. They all live in Cape Town. So we communicate a lot. And obviously during lockdown, it was very difficult. But thanks to Zoom that we are on now, yes, we do keep in touch. And travel is one of my passions. I see the future as being very, very bright because right now I'm plugging away slowly but surely to get to the president's team. And at that level, I'm sure the world will just explode for us and for a lot of other people. But you know, the beauty of this opportunity is I first have to help enough other people, and then my dreams will come true. And that is a principle I really love. And I think this company is really ingenious. And obviously, you heard Pascal mention the first value of honesty and integrity, absolute honesty and integrity. Now, for me, that was a huge, huge thing because in the practice of medicine, I wasn't seeing that. And so I went through all these years. I've been a doctor for over 35 years. I won't tell you exactly how many. And one wonders how integrous it is if you yourself are not taking those medications that you're busy prescribing, right? And that I battled with. But when I came to Neolife and they told me, first use the products yourself, and then you'll be in a very strong position to recommend them to others. I thought that is brilliant. I'm going to do this. And so you can actually ask me about any product and I'll tell you about it because I've used them or I've read about them. And that has now given me a dream career. Pascal mentioned a recording that he was given. I don't know which one of the many recordings that I've done, because my dream career now is actually to empower and educate people about health concepts. I like to say that my dream career now is to demystify diagnosis so that people who have been given a diagnosis can understand when it is unpacked and unraveled that, hey, I can take responsibility for this. And just by correcting the body's ability to respond, the body is miraculous. It heals, it heals. So that is my dream career. And I've found it in Neolife. I've also found the finances I dream of, and there's more to come, more in the pipeline. But through this opportunity, we were able to put our 3 children through private schools, which is not easy because private education is very expensive. But that was a choice we made. And so each of our 3 kids has a brilliant career, a career that they wanted and they chose. They were not told to do anything that was against their desires. They wanted what they're doing and they're doing it to the best of their ability. And yeah, I don't know what I would have done without this opportunity, really. I've got a wonderful team. I love the fact that they motivate me. I've got people like Andrew, that you've heard of, Andrew Bugembe. You know, he, at the crack of dawn, early in the morning, he's online training. And he's so good at training that I listen to him in as much as he listens to what I have to offer as regards the education on the health issues. So that is what I love about our opportunity, the synergies and the fact that we are truly holding hands to make the world a healthier and happier place. So Pascal, thank you so much. And I also want to thank Paul Mwatu for always giving us this platform. Pascal and I have been in the business for about as long. And you went to Kenya, I went to Uganda, but we are all one, aren't we? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ari. In fact, the video I was talking about is about the one about the dangers of cleaning, the normal cleaning product. It's really a fascinating insight that anybody who is serious about the safety of his family needs to think very seriously about the cleaning products you have in your home. So I watched it again. I've heard you speak about it, but every time I listen to it, there's a new insight that I didn't think about. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. If you want to listen to my latest one that I did last week, I'll give you the title. It's called Men Have Hormones Too. Listen to that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. It's, ladies and gentlemen, you see, this is the fascinating thing about our business. It's that people from very many different backgrounds can really contribute not only to the growth of the business, but also to informing the public on what is happening in the world of business, and safety in homes. So, Dr. Ari, I really appreciate your session. You know, one of the things that our business has done is to make the business as efficient as possible. Dr. Eseza was talking about one of her success lines, very successful distributor from Uganda, doing training in the morning online. So one of the things that the company has taken full advantage of is online services. Ordering of products, you can do it online. If you want to register distributors, you can do it online. Once you register, the company creates for you your own back office. It's a personalized website that you can use for training your team to manage your business. Training is done locally and internationally online. I mean, I've seen some of our colleagues from Nigeria attending this meeting, some from in fact, even countries where we haven't gone yet. We've got people from Malawi attending this meeting. We've got people from Gabon attending this meeting. So people from different countries attend these meetings by using online services. Delivery of products, we've got company, where the company does business, they contract local courier companies to deliver products to our customers. Payment is done online or by mobile transfer. I see my friend from Gabon is lifting his hand. His name is Gila. Gila, you're welcome to this meeting. Payment of bonuses and commission is done by electronic funds transfer and mobile money. So the company has tried to make business as efficient as possible so that people we can take advantage of technology. One of the things the company does is having conventions and traveling for our distributors. This was the East African Convention in Dar es Salaam during the month of August. I think this is on the 27th of August. This is the same meeting. Distributors from the East African region met in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. These are the meeting we had in Southern Africa, people from the Southern African countries, Lesotho, Botswana, Swaziland, Namibia, Mozambique, South Africa met in Pretoria to share their success and what the business is doing for distributors. If you're a guest, what do you need to get started? Go back to the person who invited you. They will give you a form to fill. Then you need to pay your initial registration amount. This is for your business starter kit. In South Africa, it's between 830 and 2,810 rand. In Kenya, it's 8,000 or 10,000 Kenya shillings. In Nigeria, it's 24,500 or 31,500 naira. In Tanzania, it's 153,000 or 190,000 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda, it's 225,000 or 273,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA, is 75 US dollars. In Togo, is 43,500 or 58,000 francs CFA. 58,500 francs CFA. Italy, 64 euro. Ghana is 493, between 493 and 787 Ghanaian cedis, depending on the package that you choose. In Cameroon is 56,000 or 68,000 CFA, francs CFA. So different countries have got different starter kit amounts and different packages. So if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will guide you on how to get started. How does a business become, how do you become successful in life or in this business? The first step is, remember, success begins with a decision. Think about this. If Dr. Eseza had not made the decision to start the business when they saw the business, if they said with Edward that we are doctors, we are too busy, we can't look at this, what would have happened? The first step of becoming successful in the business is to make a decision. The next thing is this: know exactly what you want. What do you want to achieve? What do you want in your life? What is your dream? The other thing is find out what you need to know or learn to become successful. You need to be teachable. You see, I have found, I was reading some time ago about you learn very little when you talk, but you learn much more when you listen. Okay, so you need to be teachable. The third thing is you need to hard work, just hard, disciplined work, persistent talking to people, building a team. Some will say yes, some will say no, some will join the business, will be successful. That is the core of our business, talking to people every single day about our business and about our products. Then you need faith in yourself, faith in your sponsor, that is the person who invited you, faith in the company Neolife. If you have these basic things going for you, you're going to be successful. Another important thing is patience and persistence. Patience is very important because this is not a get-rich-quick. You can get very rich, I know, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. So these are the essential things you need to become successful in our business. If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will show you how to get started. They will guide you on how to start the business, how to start and become successful. And that is what your next step is. So if you're a guest, I wish you the very best. I wish you success in your decision making so that, remember, this is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much. Good night and God bless you.